Hello world, I'm Christophe Langlois, I'm based in London in the UK and I'm an owner of the iPad Air. It's a great piece of kit, the Air, it's very light, it's very useful. As part of my job I need to produce a lot of content. I do social media strategy, so I think a lot and I need to capture that pretty much throughout the day. And I also blog on my blog visiblebanking.com. This is more about social media in financial services. I need something again versatile, something portable, something I can use very easily. I can switch on, I tap content, especially when I go to events. Usually I do a lot of public speaking, but I also cover events, conferences. I go to a lot of meetings. So again, I need to be able to capture content. The iPad Air could be the ultimate companion to do so, yeah. But again, it's keyboard, it's virtual keyboard, it's pretty limited, it's not as responsive as I'd like, so I'm looking for the best keyboard cover or case companion for the iPad Air. So this is the Logitech Ultrathin cover for the iPad Air, so it doesn't provide full protection, it's just a cover for the screen. But I was really excited because for generation 2, 3 and 4 of the iPad, this has been arguably the best option. The best combination of being light-ish and providing one of the best typing experiences out there. So how does it compare with its predecessor? Is it as good? Is it as portable? And more importantly, does it do its job well, like holding the iPad and providing a good typing experience, whatever the situation? We will see in the next few minutes. So I will do a video review and I will start with the build quality and the design of the cover. So first of all, looks like beautiful. I have to say it's one of the best, if not the best design I've ever witnessed actually in terms of keyboard cases for iPad and here iPad Air. It's very similar to the material used for the iPad Air, so it's beautiful. It fits it superbly well, so it matches the design. This is a great plus, for the Logitech. You can see here, so it's a cover, so there's no back protection, so you can insert the iPad in and then close it and you've got a full protection, but this would protect your screen. I'm personally not too fussy about that because I've been using for the last few years actually this sleeve from Belkin for my iPad 3. And this works very well with all of the keyboard cases I reviewed with the iPad Air, so that fits very well in that, so I'm not too fussy about it. Yeah. The construction, so you see here, so very similar to the material used for the iPad Air. That's the back here. You see on the latest version, so for the Air they added those to minimize the risk of scratches of that material where you put it and use it. You see it's very thin here. Yeah, it's very thin. And this is the hinge here you use, unfortunately not to have different viewing angles, but to be able to close the iPad, right, and carry it basically. And the keyboard is pretty much actually a very nicely laid out keyboard, pretty similar to what you would experience on a laptop, but we'll talk about that a bit later, yeah? So, if I wanted again to carry the iPad, so the hinge here, okay, and then I'm gonna do this, okay, and I can close the iPad now, yeah? Some people complain about that here, sometimes you have to readjust it to center it properly, but basically it fits quite well, and it's very solid here. You see, resistant. This is the magnet. You can do this with the magnet, right? To remove it, again, this is the magnet. To remove it, you really need basically to push hard, yeah. Okay, you can hear the click. This is really good, yeah. You close it, and this gives you again. It could have been designed by Apple. This is fantastic package, very sleek. I like to have what I call the wow factor. I think this looks amazing. Of course, this is prone again to scratches, so if you want to protect your iPad here, you might want to buy a skin, very thin skin, but I think even the Bodyguard's extra, you know, protection they have, like carbon, I think, skins. I think that should work on those, yeah. So this works very well, right? So that's the keyboard. How do you use it? Actually, how do you use the iPad? Basically here, you see, you can just put it inside like that. You insert it, and this is how it fits. Basically, there's just one viewing angle, which is supposed to be optimal, fantastically perfect viewing angle there, yeah? So you do that. And this is pretty much the angle you have, which is a good angle. Actually, I've got nothing against that, yeah. One of the key issues of that case or cover, shall I say, so keyboard for iPad, is this actually. It's that construction. It's a very magnet here holding the iPad, or not holding it, to be honest with you, yeah. Because look, for instance, I just do this, or that, see? There's no click. In the previous version, so the ultra-thin cover for the iPad 234, you used to insert it and you could hear a big click and you could basically lift the whole thing like that. But here, you see it doesn't fit at all, yeah. And you just touched a bit, and see? So to me it's a big issue, yeah. To me it's not usable at all as it is. And I'm not sure if Logitech is planning to fix that, but with the unit I got, both in the UK, right, this doesn't work at all, yeah. It's a shame because I really want to love that keyboard case, keyboard cover. It's very, very light. To be able to use it, okay, you need to pair it. To do that, here, you basically need to switch it on, okay, here. So now it's switched on, right? So the keyboard should be on now. And now to pair it, you should actually click on that button here, yeah? So if you see here, ultra-thin cover, so it detected it, no problem. I click there, and that's it, it's paired, yeah. So very, very easy to pair, but again, you see here, so the light, the LED, so that means that it's on. You have to switch it on, and you have to pair it yourself, yeah. Again, some people here would complain. They said, how come actually in 2013 you have to do that? I want it to be automated. Again, I'm a different animal. I'm thinking about sparing the battery life, so I would go to setting and basically switch off the Bluetooth on my iPad on regular basis. Plus, I like the idea of being able to use a cover or a case as a stand, right? So not having to use the battery of the stand of the cover. So to me, I think it's not a problem at all. And again, I can just easily switch it in on and off, so there's no problem at all. But I know some people are a bit annoyed by that, yeah. Another thing I should say, so before carrying on, is this. I closed it, right? See? The sleep and wake function feature works well on mine, so I know people complain about it again, but see, it's working very well on mine, which is a plus for this keyboard. So that's to insert it and to pair it, so it's paired, no problem. You see, if I use the shortcut, they work. Another thing with that cover, you can allegedly you can use it, sorry, in portrait as well, portrait mode. I would be quite uncomfortable actually doing that because there's no magnet doing anything now, so again, it's very flaky, so you don't want to break your iPad considering there's limited protection on that side actually at the back, so I wouldn't do it personally, but you got that flexibility here, yeah. Okay, the keyboard now. So now, because very few actually video reviews online show that aspect, which is quite critical if you ask me, is the typing experience. So I'm aiming to do that right now, right? To type a short extract of the very end of one of the best movies of all time, The Shawshank Redemption, right? So let's try that. First of all, it's a review of the, see, it's starting well, but it's with the camera actually in my face, the Logitech Ultrathin cover for iPad Air, right? You can use the arrows here, it's working very well, yeah. Extract of the Shawshank. Again, sorry about that, it's the camera in my face. So in the extract from the Shawshank Redemption, I'll show you again how to experience that from the Shawshank Redemption, the very end. Okay, so this goes like that. Actually, I don't know if you remember the movie, but at the very end, Red just got reformed. Now he can leave the jail. So after like God knows how many years, I can remember a few decades anyway, there, decades. So this is Red, and basically it's the end. It's a voiceover here. So he says something like that actually. I hope I can make it across the border, yeah? So I'm reading it. I wish I'd remember that. Again, it's a fantastic movie. I'm just reading it at the moment. My friend, and shake his hand. It's a good tale of friendship. I hope the Pacific is as blue as it has been in my dreams. It is, it's beautiful, I can confirm. So that's Red saying that basically. And then the very end, so he managed actually to reach the final destination, and then you see Andy. So Tim Robbins, right? She's happy to see him. He wasn't sure he would even make it. You look like a man. Who knows? Again, it's more like the camera than anything else, actually, that's why. Who knows how to get things. You look like a man who knows how to get things. And then Red to respond. Known to look at certain things from time to time. And that's the end, yeah. So it's working well, and this is how long it takes. So you saw here, I mean, I made a few mistakes, but again, more because of the setup than anything else, and probably my limit as a typist. but I didn't experience any double, duplicated keys or spaces. So it's pretty reliable, which is one of the most fundamental features of a good keyboard case or cover. And I mean, on that front, it's I think Logitech did a superb job. Okay, so now let's check the sound. But again, sound nothing. I would surprise you here, considering that there's no case, so the sound is pretty much the sound of your iPad. But again, let's spend a minute just for you to experience it compared to the other cases I reviewed. That's a YouTube rewind video. It's quite cool.
Try 13. Let's do this.
So you see, it's not bad at all. Could use the keyboard shortcuts, of course. It works very well. So that was my video review of the Logitech Ultrathin Keyboard cover for the iPad Air. I hope you find it useful. I hope it will help you make some informed purchasing decision, because that's the goal of my video series. I want to love that keyboard. It's a very nicely built, It looks like the iPad when you use both together, so it's really beautiful. The keyboard is very easy to use, very pleasant, but the problem with the magnet here is a no-go for me. Yeah. Protection I don't mind so much because I can use it with my built-in sleeve for the iPad, which is very good, but that's a deal breaker for me. So if Logitech was able to replace those weak magnets, that would be a different value proposition. It's still missing like all the innovative features like backlit, but then I would argue that if you're after portability and a very light netbook replacement solution, this would be your best package. So thanks for watching. If you liked the series, please like that video and send your comments whether directly on YouTube with Google+, on Twitter or directly on my blog. It was Christophe Langlois from London, UK. Thank you very much.